Hey everyone, welcome back to the Pitching University at All In Baseball Academy in Freehold, New Jersey. In the last video, I discussed the need for a good long toss program to build arm strength and to build a solid foundation. Today what we're going to do is we're going to stay on that foundation platform and discuss the importance of the feet to a pitcher. So why are the feet so important, Coach? Well, basically there's two things, right? The first is it starts off the kinetic chain. Basically everything coming from the ground up, working its way up to the upper body. The second thing is balance. If we don't have balance, we don't have good mechanics. So first, let me get into the start of the kinetic chain. Everything that an athlete does starts off with the feet, right? All the movement and all the power begins with the feet. Basically, energy drives through the joints and the muscles of the ankles, the knees, the glutes, the hips, the pelvis, and finally the scaps or the scapulas, right, which are back here and are basically the critical thing to help a pitcher throw a ball. If we miss one of those sections in the body where power gets cut off or the energy gets cut off, we are not the athlete that we are intended to be. Right? Something goes wrong along the way, we're not going to throw that pitch with the velocity that we're supposed to throw at. Okay? Pressure. Pressure is basically, there's a couple things with pressure, and what I see out there in a lot of the pitchers is the pressure in the foot is put in the wrong location. A lot of pitchers will put pressure on the outside of their foot, right? So if they put the pressure on the outside of the foot, basically what happens is it causes your hips to push, right? So it gets here and then we just push our hips forward, right? We're not going down the mound at our pace. We're going down the mound because weight is being transferred forward too quickly, and that causes the arm to lag, and then we're releasing the ball out up here. Okay? A lot of pitchers will get on the ball of their foot. Okay? Getting on the ball of their foot, right? I don't have balance there, and we're using our quads. Okay? If we use our quads, we can't get hip-shoulder separation, right? Because we're getting here and we're out front. Right, the weight transfers to the front leg, and we can't get that hip-shoulder separation that we're looking for. Okay, you'll hear hip-shoulder separation, which is the driving force of a pitcher throwing at a high rate of velocity. Okay, the other thing kids will do is they'll get into their windup and they'll get to their heel immediately. Okay, if they get to their heel immediately, weight is pulling us back. Okay, when weight pulls us back here, okay, we're cutting off too early, we're opening too early, and the arm just can't catch up to where we need to be to get our release point out front. Okay, yeah, pitchers, we have to work off of our posterior chain. Okay, we've got to be posterior chain dominant. Okay, and what do I mean by that? Well, basically I mean the glutes, the hamstrings, and the calves. Okay, we've got to stay on that backside as long as we possibly can in order to get that rotation that we need. You know, you take a look at a pitcher like Aroldis Chapman. Just watch how he stays on his backside as he's driving down the mound. He's creating a linear movement that's going to create a whole lot of torque and rotation. And that's why his arm is so fast, which causes him to deliver a ball at, you know, anywhere from 97 to 105 miles an hour. Okay? So the feet are real important. Okay? The second thing that I mentioned before is balance. Okay? Without balance, we don't have control, and our arm is not going to get to the correct position. Okay? The proper balance starts by you putting pressure, you meaning the pitcher, putting pressure into the arch of our anchor leg, right? Putting pressure into that arch gives you immediate balance. Okay? Everything is nice and stable, and now we're ready to go through our movement. Okay? So proper balance starts with the proper weight distribution, which is putting weight into the arch of the foot. Okay? That holds you back. It gives you control of when you want to go down the mound, right? We want to be here holding weight back, right? We don't want to just get here and then fall forward. So it's controlling your movement, and it's also controlling that kinetic energy that's coming up through your body. Okay? So those two things are critical to what the feet does for a pitcher. All right? Let me leave you with one trick or tip, okay, that I think is critical for a pitcher to have. And it's very simple. Buy cleats that fit you right now. Okay? Don't buy cleats to fit you 6 months from now or 8 months from now, because there's too much wiggle room in there, right? There's too much instability in the foot for your foot to move around in your cleat. Okay? They should be tight. The other thing is tie them as tight as you can possibly get them. Okay? When you're tight in your foot or in your cleat, there's no wiggle room, right? Everything is stable in there, and there's no excess movement. Okay? The toes are stable. Everything, your heel is stable. Everything is tight within that cleat. Okay? Just think about your landing, right? If you're landing and you've got a lot of room on the inside of the toes, your foot moves around in there. Okay? If it's moving around, you're getting unstable and unbalanced. Again, you can't throw the ball where you want to throw. Okay? That's just a little tip for you. I appreciate you listening to what I have to say. Continue to outwork your peers and never give up. I'll talk to you guys soon. Hope all is well. Until we meet again.